All right, we are speaking with Karen Harrington, who is running in Florida to replace Debbie Wasserman Schultz, our favorite Democratic Congresswoman at hotair.com. First off, it's lovely to speak with you. I saw you in Denver, but didn't get a chance to interview you there. How goes the campaign in Florida?
It's going extremely well, Ed. We're having a tremendous amount of success this second time around. We've been campaigning now about 9 months. The outreach in the district has been great, in the Jewish community, the Hispanic community. And now that I have that experience under my hat of running last time and getting almost 40%, we're just building the momentum. And we really strongly believe that the conservative vote is going to come out this time, and 2012 is going to be a big year all the way around.
Now, Florida's added a couple congressional districts, so the boundaries of your district have changed a little bit. Is that good for you in this race, or is that more of a challenge for you in this race?
No, actually the district lines are drawing in closer to us. We're gaining about 3 or 4 percentage points our way this time. And as I was explaining to Tina, we're going to also be getting more of it around my 3 restaurants. So we're very excited about the way the district is lining up. Nice. Definitely working in our favor.
What kind of restaurants do you have, Karen? I'm very hungry at the moment for some reason.
Well, we started in 1974 when we came to South Florida, and we started chicken wings. Now everybody does chicken wings, but we started in 1978. We bottle and make our own sauce, so we're known for our chicken wings, but we serve a little bit of American cuisine all the way around. But definitely everybody has copied the success of the wing business.
Excellent. Now, okay, so back to the election, back to the less important thing, because the restaurant business it's a private sector business. You're employing people, you're creating jobs in the economy through innovation, chicken wings, and doing your own thing. How difficult is it for you to operate a business in Florida these days? Has it gotten a lot worse since 1974 to operate a business, or even to open a business? I'm not sure if you're opening any locations.
Well, honestly, Ed, it has, and we have expanded from 1 location to 3, and it has become more difficult. Right now, with unemployment being sustained so high for so long of a time, we're facing an increase by the federal government on unemployment tax, and then as well as the state of Florida. So effective this past January, our 3 restaurants are facing about $1,000 per month increase.
Wow.
Just to contribute back to unemployment. So we want to get America working again, because it's hurting us as business owners. Because the government can't print money to keep paying unemployment. They look to us to increase that tax. So it's been hurting us.
$1,000 a month would be 1 part-time job,
yes.
Would it not be? A part-time job at the restaurant. So yeah, that's costing maybe a half a job just from that as well. Debbie Wasserman Schultz, what type of support is she getting from your district? First off, it's Florida 23, right?
It's Florida's 20th district.
Florida 20.
Going to become, we believe, Florida's 23rd district.
Right. And so Debbie Wasserman Schultz obviously has been in this position for quite a while. She is now the DNC chair, so the Democrats must have felt that she was at least fairly safe putting her in that position, so that she wouldn't have to concentrate as much on running against a Republican. But is this district changing after 4 years of Barack Obama being president, Debbie Wasserman Schultz running the Democratic Party? What are you hearing from voters in that district about Debbie Wasserman Schultz?
Well, what I'm hearing from them is that she's not home in the district doing her job. Her number 1 focus, she said, is to get the president reelected and to raise him money. So she's really lost the connection with the people in her district. She's not home and understanding what we, the real people, go through in the business world, trying to stay in business and create jobs. So what we're hearing is that Washington is disconnected from the American people, and they're not working for us anymore, they're working for themselves. And Debbie, being a career politician for almost 20 years now, that's what she's doing. She's doing her job to continue to promote herself and to get herself at a higher level. So it's unfortunate for her to treat the people in the district that way, but she is, I believe, arrogant enough to believe she doesn't have to be in the district to get reelected.
It's interesting, and I'll just share a little of my experiences with Debbie Wasserman Schultz, is that I have been covering races, for the primary races. I was in Iowa for the Ames straw poll back in August. I was in New Hampshire for the New Hampshire primary. I was in Des Moines, Iowa, I think in December to cover a debate. And you know who was in all three of those places? Debbie Wasserman Schultz, following along the Republican primary, which really surprised me because I don't recall a DNC chair being in the spin room after Republican debates, and yet she's been in there, I think, every single time. So it does seem like she's a lot less interested in, passing a budget, dealing with issues in Congress, than she is in trailing the Republicans all over the country to offer her political analysis. So I would presume that you'd like to help her out in getting a job at MSNBC as a political analyst. I'm assuming that's one of the motivations, because I'm sure you're a giver and you want Debbie Wasserman Schultz to live well and prosper outside of Congress.
Well, as much as I want to create more jobs within my business, I would like to send her to the unemployment line.
There you go.
And get her to find a job, one that I think she can do better, because she's not honoring the district or the will of the people there. So you're right, she is too focused on her position as DNC chair. I think they made a good hire because she is the attack dog for the party. She's not afraid to go after the Republicans, and whether it's truthful or not, that remains to be determined. But she's bold and she's aggressive, but she's not serving her job. Her number one job should be being the representative of South Florida for the people.
And I know this is very recent, but you're mentioning that there's a lot of people of faith in your district. Hispanics are usually fairly strong Catholics. There's a number of Jewish voters in your district. And the Obama administration's mandate for religious organizations to fund contraception, even if it goes against their core principles of the religion. I don't know if it's been long enough for you to hear anything from voters in your district, but have you heard anything from them? And what's your perspective on how that's going to play for Debbie Wasserman Schultz in that district?
Well, I think we've heard a lot lately, and especially in the Catholic Church, where they tend to remain the quietest amongst trying to bring in a political message into the religion. They really try to keep that separation. They've been extremely outspoken, and in fact, the priest in my parish has come right out from the pulpit and said, this is unacceptable. And I think the president's going to make a very bad mistake if he keeps this mandate in the bill, because the Christians will rally together and we will vote against him. So if it's a smart move on his part, he'll pull back on it, but it remains to be seen. He'll do everything he can to get reelected, and that's a possibility he does. It's a trampling on the First Amendment rights, and this is about as far as government can go in intruding in our lives. This is just unacceptable.
I agree. Of course, in Congress, they're already starting to work on a repeal of this legislatively, which is something that they can do. It would have to get his signature, along a signature. Do you expect Debbie Wasserman Schultz to be an obstacle to that effort, or do you expect her to cheer on the repeal of this measure? And you're looking at me incredulously. Obviously, this is me begging the actual answer, of course, but I'm almost as incredulous. It's hard for me to keep the straight face as I'm asking the question, but I'll let you answer.
Well, being DNC chair, has she yet to come out and oppose the president on any single issue? And this is what the people in the district are telling me. She won't stand up for Israel. She won't go against the president on his stance with Israel for the 67 borders or building in Jerusalem, as he has said. She won't come out against him on anything. She can't. She's the DNC chair. So there's another disconnect between what she's supposed to do by serving the constituents and her loyalty to her position and her job, which is the president. So absolutely, whatever the president wants to do, she will agree with.
We're speaking with Karen Harrington, who's a candidate for Congress against Debbie Wasserman Schultz, and it's either going to be Florida 20 or Florida 23, depending on how the new district map is created. Where can people go to help you out in combating Debbie Wasserman Schultz in November?
Well, the quickest way is we've created a new website, firedebbie.com, and they can also hit a link there that'll take them to my website, and they can find out more about me.
I like firedebbie.com. That's actually very nicely done. Firedebbie.com. Karen Harrington running for Congress in Florida. So be sure to check that out. Be sure to follow that race. It should be very, very interesting to see how well we do against the DNC chair. I'm Ed Morrissey for Hot Air. Thank you for listening.